right, y'all. It's the Nonsense and Deep Thoughts Podcast.
Wait. Come on. Hold on a second. Hold on.
Nonsense and deep thoughts are two sides of the same coin. They both represent a departure from the mundane and the ordinary. Both can be valuable in their own way, as they can help us to see the world in a new light and to gain a fresh perspective on our lives.
Here to talk to you about the paranormal, politics, and the meaning of life. Here are your hosts, Corey and Justin.
And don't forget about Jared. He's the producer in the background. You won't see him until he wants you to. The guy that makes these two look good.
Damn straight our man Jared makes us look good. I love how it just creeps up in the background of that. I love it so much. So much truth to it. What's going on, Johnny? What's up, Opie? How you doing, man? What a good start to the night, right?
That dude has a great voice for doing that. Just saying.
What
that
is
that Derek or no?
No. That's AI.
Well, that sounded not like AI.
Yeah. We gotta get our clip back from him to get that ready for next week. But welcome to another episode of Nonsense and Deep Thoughts, guys. I hope you enjoyed our sports episode this morning with special guest Scott Calloway. Mark and Aaron did a fantastic job chatting with him, and his story was a really cool one, man. I enjoyed sitting in on that.
Oh, it was fantastic.
Yeah.
I thoroughly enjoyed that.
Yeah. So I think we're gonna get right into what you wanted to start out the show with, because you have an announcement to make.
Well, no, not an announcement.
Yes, it's an announcement. Don't be shy.
No, it's not. Well, be shy.
Yeah, don't be shy.
Why am I ever shy?
Oh, you're pretty shy. I hope he ended up watching 42 again today because of it. That's awesome. Get those
The dating show's not happening. Well, not with me, because I kept people in the dark. Well, we had talked about doing it for how long?
At least a year, because it was before Mila, man.
And I was down for it. We just never did it. And then you picked up just bad timing on your part. Just terrible timing on your part.
Terrible timing.
So, yeah, no. Kind of seeing somebody, so that's not happening.
Justin wanted to. I love that picture.
Fuck you, Jared.
Dude, that's good for you, man. That's good for you. But it was still a great time a few weeks ago to really razz on you.
So the whole being flustered that day had nothing to do with you guys.
Yeah, Lisa,
nothing to do with you guys.
Tonight, Lisa, we are going to do a Q&A episode. We had a post up on Facebook asking for questions from everyone. We wanted to try something a little bit different. We had done, back when we were just in audio form, an old school podcast, we had done a Q&A episode, and it was a lot of fun. It's been a while since we did one of those. We wanted to kind of have like a reverse interview where y'all get to know us a little bit better. And we wanted to throw it out there, let you guys ask us whatever the hell you want to ask us. There's only literally like a handful of limits on things that we won't discuss. Each of us have our own little things. So we have a whole list put together of all the questions that everyone asked us. If you have,
than I expected, by the way.
It is. That list is a lot tamer than I expected.
Thank God.
But if you have a question while we're doing this, feel free to pop it in, man. Feel free to pop it in. We have a lot in reserve. You guys did fantastic with it. So we can get started right from the top of our list. Jared, do you want to control those banners, or do you want me to pop them up? We're just going to go one by one, starting from the top right on down. Make it super simple, man. I mean, I don't think I had anything else to get to before we got to this. Did you, Justin?
I mean, they could buy some awesome fucking sweatshirts at the Trendy Forbes.
Yes, if you want to support the show, you can surely go to www.thetrendyforbes.com and grab any of our gear or any of the other great t-shirts, hoodies, tumblers that Jen has on that site. As long as you use the code NDT at checkout, you get 10% off and we get credit for the sale. So it's a great way to support the show. Okay, so we have one from someone in chat, and we have one here on the bottom of the screen. Which do you want to do first, Justin?
Well, let's do the one on the screen here because honestly, until you told me before, I had no fucking clue. I don't know.
All right, so
it sounds good.
We'll hit. Jared says, "Let's do Lisa's." So she wants to know, how do we feel about single used dads?
How so?
Yeah,
what are we talking about here? I need a little bit more, Lisa.
Like it sucks that they're used.
Used in what sense?
Used, I think she means used as like a child support kind of thing, maybe.
Okay, that I could. Okay,
like they're single, they're still a dad, but like maybe the woman has custody, and the guy's kind of getting ripped off, hardworking and taken for all they have with no support from courts. Yes. Okay, so I know a couple of people who have been in that position, and I think it's absolutely asinine that in this day and age the courts always seem to favor the woman. I don't have the exact statistic, but it's up there around 90%. 90% of the time the woman gets custody. And I mean, dude, Justin knows just as anyone else does, man. It's tough because you get so much taken from you, and it's difficult to survive afterwards. Justin's lucky enough to where he co-parents with his ex fantastically. Like they work well together.
Thank you.
So like he does not have it bad as some other guys do.
No, I'm not getting hit for what I could. It's
yeah, you guys work really well together. You guys still care about one another. You're civil. You're great together as co-parents. But the guys that are out there trying their best and still getting ripped off, man, it really sucks. I mean, I think something's got to change with the justice system in that aspect.
Especially if you know the support's not going for what it should.
Yeah.
Like that's for my kid. As long as I know it's as I do that it's going towards what she needs to survive. It is what it is.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's definitely one thing if you think, or not if you think, but if you know that what you're giving is going towards your child. Like, even if it is going towards bills, electricity, heat, stuff like that.
That's necessities for my kids to survive.
Yes, that's one thing. But if they're getting that paycheck and they're going out and they're getting their nails done and they're doing all this stuff for themselves, that's a different story. Yes. And it's tough. That's a tough situation, man. That really is. I feel for those guys. And
the same can be said for deadbeat dads. Like,
yeah,
step up or don't fucking have kids.
Festivals and drugs. Yeah. God. All the things they could spend that money on themselves. It's ridiculous. So I hope everyone appreciates the fact. First off, we appreciate the fact that you guys are spending your Sunday evening with us, even though that there is a fantastic football game going on right now.
I keep seeing your eyes dart.
Yeah, the Buffalo Bills and the Kansas City Chiefs. We are keeping tabs on the game, and we are going to keep the score up here for you guys as best we can. So we appreciate your attention, and we hope to keep you informed as always. All right, so let's move on to our first question that Jared had up for us before. That's the biggest issue is deadbeat dads as well. Yeah, most disgusting thing is seeing someone using it at the bar. Yeah, I can only imagine, man. Like I'm glad that I feel like I don't ever have to be in that position. So thank God. All right, so we have one from the Bell Witch podcast. She wants to know, why is American football not played with feet like English football? So she is over in the UK, and all of them over there think that us having a football that's not really football is crazy. So I just informed Justin a little bit about the name football and where it's derived from for American football before the show. And in case anybody else didn't know, if y'all weren't aware, it's called football because the ball that they use is a foot long. That's where the name came from. Now, I don't know why they decided to be like, oh, yeah, it's called football because the ball's a foot long. I have no idea, man. I don't know where it came from, why they decided to use that and then call, traditional football soccer. I don't know where the term soccer came from. Never researched that. Didn't care to, because is it really a sport? I mean, I don't know.
They run a lot.
They do run a lot. They do run a lot, but it's so boring.
Oof,
I can never get into it. Don't mind us. Don't mind us looking off
need an
screen,
update.
guys.
Need an update.
Do we?
Okay.
Oh, there you go.
So the game of American football is so called because it's originated from a game played on foot as opposed to horseback.
On foot,
That's
as
why it's called
opposed
foot. Yeah.
to horseback. Interesting.
Huh.
I am safe, Alex says. Touchdown, Buffalo. All right. So we need somebody to take that score off and update the score. And we'll see what they do with the points afterwards. But what's going on? What's going on, guys? How are you, Bree? It's nice to see you. Aaron's probably in all his glory right now. Josh Allen is a
He's
fucking
over in
beast.
chat.
Fantastic. All right. So yeah, that's that one. The American football.
Well, now we know why football's called football.
American football's better anyway.
The more you know.
What's up, motherfuckers? How you doing, Crystal? Josh Allen is a beast. There we go. Okay, but can you bend it like Beckham? I don't know. Not really. Isn't it based on rugby? Kind of. I mean, rugby's pretty cool. Those guys are badass, dude.
Yeah, they are. I don't know. What was you would assume rugby has been around longer, right?
Ooh. Yeah, I think so. Rugby's a lot harder. I don't understand all the rules. Every time I see it on, I try to sit down and watch it. It's kind of difficult for me. But it is fun
I
to
just watch it because they hit hard.
Yeah, no pads.
With no pads. I don't know what's going on. I'm just like, hit them.
I like this one. Lisa says, answer the TikTok, would you kill for your kids? I've seen those videos.
Yes.
The ones I saw was them interviewing women. And it shows the big difference between men and women, man. See how quickly Justin answered that? I was trying to go into it a little bit. Justin doesn't have to think about it. I'm the same way, man. Would you kill for your kids? Yes, absolutely. If I needed to, if it came down to it, I would absolutely kill for my kids. I don't care.
Mhm.
I am doing anything in my power to keep my children alive and safe. Anything. I would sacrifice myself in an instant. I don't care.
Yep.
I don't care. If someone's trying to take my children or end my child's life, I don't care. They have forfeited their right to life. They did. Don't care. Done. The fact that these women that were interviewed were like, so, oh no, I don't know. I don't know if I could do that. Okay, so you can't kill for your kids and your kid's going to end up dead or gone. You cool with that? I'm not.
Nope.
Fuck that.
I'd rather be behind bars and them living their life. And what do I think of the people who say no? They're cowards.
Yeah, 100%, man. Allison says, I would. Tracy says she would. Oh, yeah. And Lisa asked how you feel about the people who say no. Absolutely cowards. Where are the people coming from who say no? I don't know, man. They're the people who are against violence, but they're the people that think that the world is all sunshine and rainbows, man. That's not what our world is. And this new thing where everyone thinks you have to be kind to everyone and that everyone's so nice and we all have to it's never going to happen. That's not human nature. It's survival of the fittest. And it might be a new way for survival of the fittest, but that's what it is still. It might be different than it used to be, but it's still survival of the fittest. I'm sorry, man. It's weak. It's weak to say you wouldn't kill for yours. That's why I believe in the Second Amendment, man. That's why I protect my home the way I do. Because if there are people busting into my house, threatening my family, our lives, and it's us or them, it's going to be us, man. We're the ones coming out of that. Fuck it all. I don't care.
Yep.
What's up, Nina? I would smile in my mugshot, Allison said. Yes, absolutely. Nina, tonight we are doing a Q&A. If you have questions for us, feel free to get them in. We have a whole list from our post over on Facebook that we can get to. But if you guys have questions here in chat, we will answer the live ones first for sure, because I do not want to lose them.
You would think everyone would, but there's like proof on TikTok. Not everybody would.
Elisa says they don't see the ugly, and that's more scary. Honest to God, man, the fact that you don't see the ugly in the world, the fact that you think that everything is sunshine and rainbows scares the shit out of me. It really does. Cindy says, hell, I'd kill for your kids. So definitely mine. Yes. That's Alex's aunt right there. My comment went against community standards. They made me delete it. We've had that happen, Justin. We must have one of those shows, man. We've had That was Bree. I don't remember which one she said, but
Oh.
she probably about how she would definitely kill for her kids.
There's
We
probably
must
going
have
to
one
be
of
a
those shows.
lot of them in this comment section
Yeah.
right now because
Whoops. We've had that
that
happen.
word "kill" has dropped a lot.
Unalive. Yeah, we got to change it. We got unalive. Unalive for my kids. That's not new. Every parent would unalive for their kids. No way. You even come at my kids the wrong way. You're getting knocked the fuck out. Sorry, not sorry. Our show is really getting down. It's getting up there, man. Oh God. 100% Kyle says. Justin says I'd unalive for my friends' kids. Hell yeah. I'm dropping mags. That's right, Robbie. Justin, you ready for your dating show? Justin did address this, actually, Nina. A little bit late on that.
Not
She has a
happening.
question.
Go
Why do
back and
men feel
listen.
they always need to you mean why do men feel they always need to be right no matter what the topic is? I don't think that's every man. I don't think it's every man.
The same question could be asked about women. Come on.
Why do women feel the need to get the final word in every time? I don't know. I think that's person specific. I don't know if it's all men. I know I'm not right a lot of the times. Do you guys believe real men should stand up and slap a punk bitch so the male gender can strengthen and reset the human race? Oh, we need a big old reset button, Lisa. Holy shit, we do. I would for my friends' kids too. Your kids are mine if they're around me. So hell yeah, absolutely. Roxy says it's willful ignorance. If they can't see it, they're either completely brainwashed or they're willfully ignoring what they're seeing in the real world. Holy shit, I had trouble with that. Grocery store, gas station, anywhere you go nowadays is a disaster. I'm just glad I don't live in a big city. I will tell you guys that. Aaron says, I'll drop in at halftime, fellas. Yes, sir. See, Alex says, I admit when I'm wrong. I do, and I do apologize. It is very hard because it's a pride thing. It's a pride thing when it comes to men. Like we feel pride very strongly. And again, this is another reason why men and women are so different. It's another thing to add to the list on what makes us so damn different. Healthy conversation isn't a need to be right. That's true too. Because we are simple-minded. Brady says, because we're simple-minded. Bree, I will make someone meet whatever deity they pray to if they harm my children. Yeah, dude, if they harm any children, for that matter. Tommy, good evening. What's going on, man? Post Casino Sunday. Scary. My question: blue cheese or ranch, and go to wing flavor. All right, so God, this is rocking and rolling. I kind of like this. This is nice. I go with blue cheese on my wings, and I really am partial to Cora's Bistro here, okay, in Hawley, PA. Their wings are my favorite in the area so far. There are some places that are popping up, the new places here that I haven't tried yet, but I love their medium sauce. So it's not too spicy. It's not too weak. It's just right. It's just right. How about you, Justin?
So, I won't dip in either ranch or blue cheese. On like a hot wing hoagie or hot wing pizza, a little bit of ranch. Favorite flavor is Crossroads. It's tough. It's either between Abe's or Ziggy's.
The Ziggy's are really good, man. I'll give them that. I do like Ziggy's.
But I have to go with Abe's because it's been around forever and it just hasn't changed. It's always been good.
What's the Ziggy's? That's got like the brown sugar and stuff in it, right? They're the ones that have
with a little bit of spice to it. Yeah,
it's like a sweet and spicy. They're really good. All right. What did I miss up here? Tracy said, I'll admit it. I need the last word, even if I'm stomping away while saying it. Yeah, I think it's just a pride thing with people. Do you think the world will ever go back to what it was before all the transgender furries addicted to phones?
Nope.
I don't know. I don't think it will.
Not in our lifetime.
You know what?
Not in our lifetime. It's only going to get worse.
No, I think it will. I think it will go back because I think people are going to look back and be like, what was everyone thinking? Like, what Kool-Aid were we all drinking? I feel like that. Let's see. If you had to change your name, what would you change it to? It's not something I've ever thought about. My name's all right. I tell you what, my name is a very 90s name. I feel like it's a very 90s name.
I would never have thought of that.
I like my name. My parents did good. So my mom was a little crazy. All C's, man. Casey, Corey, Cassie.
3 boys, all J's. Justin, Jeremy, Josh.
Lisa wants to know, what do you feel women can do to be more understanding of men? Do you want to go first?
I wasn't ready for that one.
That one can get deep. We could try to keep it simple so we can get to all the questions, but that one could get deep.
I agree, Justin.
Justin's a rocking name.
I would change my last name in a heartbeat.
Crystal's
I'm replying
alter
to my
ego is
mom,
Jasmine.
sorry.
Are you not going to give an answer? Or you want me to go first?
I'm thinking about it.
Always expect less from a man. I don't know. I don't know if that's the case, that you should expect less of a man. And I don't know. I think most men are simple creatures. I think most men, I can't speak for all. I can't speak for this upcoming generation. I can speak for my generation and those that are older than me. Most men, they just want love, they want respect, and they want to feel appreciated. And I really think it's that simple. I think if you're behind your man and you show him how much you appreciate him, he will give you the world. It is really that simple. You know, like, I want my family to have a good life and I want to be loved. I honestly feel like men are the more romantic of the two sexes. And I feel like men are more romantic than women. I feel like we need that love, we need that affection, we need that touch more than women do. Like, just be there for your man. Like, if he's being grouchy with you, in most cases it's just that he's got a lot on his plate. He's stressed out. Shit's bugging him, whether it's money troubles, wondering how he's going to support you and the family, like shit going down at work, something he's struggling with. And instead of, coming home to his peace, if you're there nagging him, yelling at him, getting upset with him for little things, it's just going to make it so much worse. A man wants his woman to be his peace, his other half. Like, he wants to go home to that peace. I'll try to stop it there. So, because I stopped scrolling, so I'll stop it with that. I don't know if you have anything to add to that, or if you disagree with anything I just said there.
No, you hit it pretty good. Just know, like, we're conditioned to not talk. We internalize everything that bothers us, and that's it. Like, just, yeah, no, I got nothing to add. Like, fuck. Write that down.
I've seen a couple of videos that I felt hit the nail on the head, and it sucks too, because I'm married to a wonderful woman. I have a beautiful family. I love my kids. So I mean, I struggle, but I struggle financially, and I don't really understand the plight of the single man nowadays. So I see these videos, and like, it breaks my heart, man, because you see the videos that well, yeah, like, they're talking about
hit.
men are the only creatures that are loved conditionally based on what we provide. Women, children,
by
dogs, they're loved unconditionally. Men, we are loved based on what we can provide to you. And they go around, they'll ask these women, would you date a guy who's working at McDonald's? Would you stand by him? If your man was making good money, he got fired from his job, he went and got a job at a fast food restaurant, would you stick by his side? And you know how many women said no? Because he's not going to be able to support me. So no, I don't want to date a bum. Dude, I heard the one girl say that in that video. She said, I don't want to date a bum, and my heart sank. Like, I felt so bad. I'm like, wow, is this the state of things? I'm so glad I have the woman I have in my life. I swear to God, man. I could not.
You don't know what what that does to the single guys is fucking torture.
Yeah.
Torture. Those fucking videos.
Wild. See, I'm trying to catch up in chat. I apologize, guys. All right, what do we have? What kind of question do we have next that we can get on to? Because I'm not keeping up with chat very well because I'm trying to think about things.
Well, why are we moving on? Because it's like fucking that hit, dude.
Yeah. Lisa, if you could
like
change
the fact you can't keep up with chat, why you leaving?
Well,
that?
Listen, I mean that's a topic that you could pick for an entire episode. If that's the case, then Lisa says,
need to.
If you could change one thing in the last 10 years, anything about the world, what would it be and why? I asked the last question because I knew it would start a dialogue between people. Justin, if you could change one thing.
Last 10 years?
Mm-hmm. No, Andy, that's the new generation that's coming up. That's what I was seeing. Like, I'm glad I don't have to date nowadays. I feel bad for these young kids.
It was terrible. In the last 10 years, probably starting to accept everything instead of like the decline in mental health and the acceptance of it. Like not doing anything about it, just feeding into it.
Yeah. Yeah, and trying to tell people that
I had to stay
right
within
no matter
10
what.
years. Yeah. I would have gone back further and gone back to like the no child left behind. That started all of this. All of this. The participation trophies, everybody wins.
Yeah. I was going to say if I could take it back like 15 years instead of 10 years, I would stop the divide that has started in this country politically, racially, all of it, because that started around 2008, 2010. All that started and it was accelerated since then. Brandy said, then it shouldn't be taken out on the women. Are you referring to the comment I made? See, I'm way behind. Are you referring to the comment I made about like if a guy gets upset or he starts a fight because, he's got a lot on his plate? I haven't gotten to see if you said anything else since then, but it's not that, you're upset. So you come home and you start yelling immediately. No, because that's not right either. You don't just come home and start yelling and going on a tirade because you're upset. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, you're struggling, you're having a tough time, you're dealing with your own emotions, and you get home and you start getting picked at immediately. You forget to do something, you're getting yelled at home for that. Little things, like literally little things you're getting ripped apart for, getting yelled at for. And it's easy to get set off and it's easy to start a fight over that. And that's not necessarily on the man. I mean, it's all about understanding.
Working as a team.
She has to understand what he's going. It's about communication. Like you got to have communication. It's not just on the woman, it's on the man too, but you got to work as a team. Like I am not at all referring to, I'm not referencing like a man coming home and just yelling because he's upset. That's not, I don't think that's right. Yes, exactly. Daddy chill. But, a man just wants his peace at home. The world is fucked up enough, man. Men have a lot on their plate.
Everybody
best
has
guitar player of all time. Who's
Jimi Hendrix?
Who's the one that did the guitar solo in Beat It? Who the hell was that? I forget who did that one. Someone made an appearance on Michael Jackson's Beat It. He did the guitar solo, and that's a fantastic solo. But yeah, I mean, it's hard to not say Jimi Hendrix. But I'm not like a real music buff or anything, man.
Just from Woodstock, dude. Just based, like, not even like I've listened to a lot of more of it, but that alone was amazing.
Yeah. Dimebag Darrell. A lot of people seem to really like him.
He was pretty good too.
Yeah. There's as many good women and good men. Yeah.
Favorite beer? I don't drink
I'll
beer.
agree with Xander. Zag Wild. Black Label Society. So good. You ever hear Black Label Society, Corey?
Yeah, I've heard of Black Label Society. Good. Oh, I'm all caught up now, guys. I finally caught up with chat. Tracy said, me personally, someone shutting down and not talking is worse to me than yelling or fighting. And you know what's crazy, man? I just don't understand why arguments have to be seen as fights or like yelling. Like Alex and we have our differences at times, but I don't think we get to the point of legitimately yelling at one another. And like when we get really upset, like we do take the time to separate a little bit and then come back and sit down and be like, yo, this is why I was upset. And then she'll explain, this is why I was upset. You know, it doesn't always work out perfectly, but we do come to an understanding on things, man.
The shutdown and not talking, that's a me move. That is a let me come to grips with everything in my head. Let me calm down.
Again, like you said before, that's what men are conditioned for.
Right. Just
we grow up feeling like people don't give a shit about a man's problem. I know y'all have heard it before. I know you've seen the videos and shit on Facebook, and they're so true. Like, that crap gets me. Like, you feel like what you're feeling doesn't matter. And you know what? It's not like we want people to be like, oh, woe is me. It's just, we need you to understand. That's all. We need to understand that what we're going through is difficult at times.
See?
And sometimes you just need the peace.
It's inherited, I found out.
Women shut down
that's
too.
inherited.
Yeah, that's true. It's inherited.
Yep. Mom admitted that's what she does, so it's inherited.
Maybe, Justin, maybe we do a whole episode on this.
We have to.
Yeah, it's funny. Of course, my wife would chime in.
And you know what? I mean, when you shut down, here's the important part about when someone shuts down or clams up and doesn't want to talk. You have to give space. You have to give that space. Like Justin said, he needs time to process things, think about things, and just get through it. And if you're there as the significant other, man or woman, doesn't matter. If you're there as a significant other and you're pissed off that they're not talking, that they're not telling you what's going on, why they're angry, why they're upset, and then you keep poking, that's going to blow up. That's going to end badly.
That's when everything that you hold inside comes out.
You have to understand what's happening. You have to know how your significant other operates, and just give them the time and be like, listen, when you're ready, we need to talk about this. Okay, don't yell at them, but it's important to communicate. So give them their time. Be like, we have to talk about this when you're ready. You can't just ignore everything, but people need time to process. That's my downfall.
That's a big problem is when people try to fix it, it ends up being way worse. Just let it run its course. It'll happen. It just has to run its course. Then it can be talked about. Favorite kind of pie.
I was gonna say
we want to get into question, Thomas. That is a loaded question, Thomas.
What did we call it as kids? What was that term for it, Justin? Your mom's in chat. We can't get too wild. Who said it?
The Rock.
Poom tang. Poom tang pie. Sorry, Annie.
Probably pumpkin.
I'm sorry,
pie.
Mom. I'm sorry. Pumpkin, really?
Pumpkin.
I like a good apple pie with the caramel drizzle on it. Hannah says, men just need time to get the almost courage to speak feelings. Meanwhile, most women just spill feelings easily because if we don't, we'll blow up. If you try to push a man to open up right away, that's when they blow up. It's biology, basically. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. That's a good way to look at it. And again, this is how men and women are different. We need to stop feeling like the other needs to be like us. Like women want men to talk about it immediately. It doesn't always work. Men, they're like, you're talking too much. That doesn't work. You just need to understand one another. That's very hard. I know. But that's why communication is important. That's why I asked Annie Niner Gang. Do you think J-Lo got ripped off at the Super Bowl halftime a few years ago? How do you feel about fans having a say about who performs?
What was that one?
J-Lo, Shakira, they all perform together, right? What are you looking for?
Why would J-Lo have gotten ripped off?
That I don't. Yeah, that part I don't know. But what do you mean she got ripped off? I thought everyone liked that halftime show.
Well, yeah,
honestly.
because it was Shakira.
Shakira.
You could care less about J-Lo.
Mark, peanut butter pie is absolutely delicious. It is one of my favorites too.
Oh, the Gravities is pretty damn good. Yeah.
Alex, sometimes I hold my feelings in far too long, then explode. Totally true. New guy at least says, I need a few to process. It's all about communication. It is about communication. It's so important, man. And even if you're communicating in your own time and in your own way, that's the only way you guys are going to vibe. It's the only way you're going to work well together. Because she had to share the stage, it should have been one or the other. Usually, not. You know what? With the Super Bowl halftime shows, it's always multiple performers, isn't it?
Right. J-Lo, I think the way that works is like one person gets it and then they pick who comes on with them. I'm pretty sure J-Lo picked Shakira to share the stage with because it was Miami.
Yeah.
So no, I don't feel bad for her. She made a fucking fortune on it.
Well, I thought
they got to pay to put the shoe on. Yeah.
I was gonna say, I thought that they had to pay to be in the halftime show. I didn't think they got paid. I thought that was a weird thing.
Well, there was an article that said J-Lo said that it was the worst idea in the world to have two people do the Super Bowl. That's what it was referring to.
So she didn't handpick that, Justin.
Oh, that's how I thought it worked. I guess. Well, oh well, too bad. She got showed up. That's why she's mad.
Yeah. Hannah says, I'm still not over how great the show with Dr. Dre, Snoop, and M was.
Yeah, that one was pretty good.
But just remember, if you voted for Trump, M doesn't want you as a fan.
I was in it for Snoop.
All right. I hated that show, Andy says. All right, here on to the next question.
We're back to that one now. Okay.
Wayne County Imaging wants to know, where would you take me on our first date?
Dunkin' Donuts.
Dunkin' Donuts. That's one of Justin's favorites. Oh, man. Where would I take you? You know what? The Ridge in Hawley is really fancy. They do a fantastic job down there. I don't know if anybody in chat has been to the Ridge in Hawley. If you haven't been there, I highly suggest that place. I don't go often because it is a little pricey. It's a full course meal. The waitresses, fantastic. Food, delicious. Best penne alla vodka I've ever had down there. They do seasonal cocktails. Absolutely wonderful. So we would go to a nice dinner there, and maybe then we'd take a walk up along Lake Wallenpaupack. Yeah, finish off the night under the bright moonlight.
hey,
Alex, that's a fancy ass first date.
Alex, can you type out what your actual first date was?
Oh, we were talking about it before because I mentioned this question to her. Yeah, I mentioned this question to her, so she was reminding me of our first date. Our dating anniversary
Which
was coming
was?
up. Oh man, I guess I just told her our date plans. As said in your commentator voice. The cemetery on Riverside, then maybe Casey Pepper, and then Twisted for a few cold ones. Twisted Rail is a nice spot, man. I want to try Runaway Train Brewery. Keep seeing their posts. Yeah. Yep. And we also went to Fun and Games before we were official, I believe. I was trying to, my memory is absolutely terrible, but I think when we went to Fun and Games, that's when I asked her to go steady with me. That's a term I haven't said in a long ass time. Going steady. How much cream in that coffee on the first date?
Yeah, I know. I saw that one.
It depends on how thick she likes it. But Megan Mangan wants to know, what made you decide to create a podcast? You want to roll with this one, Justin?
It actually was originally supposed to be a sports podcast because we would just sit around all the time and bullshit about sports.
He spilled his coffee, Sarah.
I don't know if you want me to elaborate with that one.
What do you say? You want to elaborate with that one?
I was gonna say, so I went to it wasn't our first date, but we'd seen each other before, but we met up at Starbucks. I was so nervous of sitting at the table and I spilled the coffee on the table. And it was embarrassing. I was like, oh great, I'm not going to see her again. But
But she
She
thought
found
you
it
were
cute,
so
though.
cute.
Yep.
I'm sure.
That's awesome. Well, I think we all have embarrassing stories like that. But yeah, my wife is right. At least I was a gentleman. I asked her if I could kiss her. I wasn't exactly a take
Ooh.
charge kind of guy back then. I was always nervous and worried. Took me a while to get to that take charge kind of point. All right, what were
So
we
back
on
to our Jesus Christ. Why we started a podcast.
Oh, that's the
It was
question we were on.
originally supposed to be a sports show.
Yeah.
Because we would get together and bullshit about sports for hours. And then COVID hit and you were like, hey, let's start this. And we went everywhere with it. So here we are.
Yeah,
It was
we were kind of we were like, what do we do? What do we need? Do we need to get microphones? Like what kind of recording device do we use? And we're just like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just do it. Before we lose the fire, we have the idea. We've been talking about doing this for a while now. I have a laptop, so let's go. We had already been streaming on Twitch for a little bit, so we had our headsets with our microphones, and we're like, yeah, let's just plug these into the computer. All right. And we'll use the voice recorder because it was like, I don't know if it was Windows 7, Windows 10. I don't know what the hell it was, but it had that little voice recorder option on it, little laptop. We used that. We recorded our first couple episodes like that, and we were on our way, man.
And now
I appreciate that,
here.
Kyle. Now we're here blowing up, super
you guys
famous.
do this before COVID, though? Because if I remember correctly, I went through all your episodes, and I know you guys were doing this, and then you guys did an episode on COVID.
Did we
might have.
Did we start in November? It might have been November of 2019. But I moved.
Christ.
It might have been because I moved into this house in 2019, I believe. Yeah, 2019. I moved into here in June, and then I started streaming a few months later. And we would have had, it would have had to be. It had to be the first year we were in here, so it had to be as COVID was starting.
For 4 fucking years then?
And we've been going back and forth, on again, off again, doing a couple of hiatuses and shit. And we're finally hitting our stride, man. Fuck. Yeah. Shit. 4 years.
We were a year
man.
behind. Holy shit. We suck at this.
Yeah. It took us 4 years to start growing, but hell, we did it. We did it. We're there. If you All right, so we have one of those questions. Lisa. Who asked it? Let me see.
But that one was
near the bottom.
Power for each other.
We can do that too. But we have someone asking, what superpower we would have. If you had one superpower, what would it be? And after using it nobly and all, how would you use it for nefarious purposes? So we'll throw all this in, and then we'll pick a power for each other. So do you want to go first with this one? Or you want me to go first?
Oh, because now I'm trying to think of a power I want to give you that's fucked up.
That's fucked up. That's nice of you. I don't know. I always go back and forth between two of them. Like, do I want, example, Batman, but he's invisible. I wanted to either be able to fly or have invisibility. One or the other. Like, being able to fly would be nice because you don't have to worry about transportation. Invisibility would be cool because you could really do some nefarious shit.
How would you use invisibility in a good way?
How would you use it in a good way? Sneak up on bad guys into their hideouts and shit. You could do recon missions super easily.
Okay, yeah, that's way more of a superpower to be nefarious with.
Alex, no flying for you. You're scared of heights, yet you read a book where the fairies were flying while... never mind.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Alex and her books. I just want the superpower that I can see snakes from far away so I can stay the hell away from them. Oh, my God. She's like, stop. Fuck what bullies. You could fuck with bullies with invisibility. And to be nefarious, like you could you could pull off some heists with invisibility. You could be rich as rich. Like F&A, man.
So, no, to respond to your wife's last one, no flying for me. She's scared of heights. But if you could fly, there'd be no reason to be scared of heights.
That's pretty goddamn true.
If you could fly, there is no reason to be scared of heights.
Look at her using the little acronym for it. That means a court of thorns and roses. For those of you who are wondering, a lot of these books she reads, they have steamy scenes in them.
So she reads porn.
That's what I tell her all the time. I was like, women are dirtier than men. I don't want to hear it. It's a long ass book title. So what I would pick for Justin is I would give him like the Ant-Man ability. So he can get super tiny.
Why? Oh, why?
I just keep thinking about the scene from Step Brothers where she taught the fucking what's his name's Brennan's brother's wife is talking about Dale being all up inside her, and she would just know every tickle she feels is his hair. That's I don't know why, man. My mind goes to dirty places.
There's a problem here, though.
No, but you could do all sorts of stuff, Justin. You'd find new fetishes.
Christ.
He already is super tiny. Oh God, he can put you in his pocket. Yeah. Spicy. It's called smut. So okay, I'm sorry. My wife likes smut.
It's porn. It's lady porn, like Joey said in Friends.
It's because I make you watch it so much. Tommy says, "Who would your co-star in an adult film be?" Obviously, happily married people don't answer. It's probably a good.
It's a trap.
It's a trap.
Ain't nobody answering that one.
What would my superpower be? We didn't get to that
for
part.
You.
Yeah,
I know because we went everywhere, and I can't. I'm thinking on the spot. I don't know.
That's tough.
Huh.
For a second there, I thought you froze on the screen.
No, I'm really thinking about it.
It's super easy. You just come up with anything.
No, because I want it to be good. I want it to be good.
How about a chameleon tongue?
Fuck. How about I make you Stretch Armstrong so you can wrangle all your fucking animals and kids?
Yeah, okay. I like that. Okay, Stretch Armstrong, kind of like Luffy. Justin doesn't watch anime. He doesn't know anything about it. Are you WWE fans? If so, what are your thoughts on boxing, UFC?
I like them all.
I'm trying. I got to get back into wrestling.
Boxing, I don't watch so much, but like I enjoy the UFC.
They're called crotch novels. Maybe not a chameleon one, but something that has a longer tongue.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry, I've been on one these last.
Have you been drinking? Holy shit!
No. I wish I was. I'd make it even more interesting because I would not filter myself. One thing that has to leave PA.
Snow.
Oh, that would be nice. That would be cool. How about Philadelphia? Can Philadelphia leave PA?
Yeah, please join Jersey.
Does mayo belong on an Italian? I personally think it should be fine, or should be a crime. No, I think it's fine, baby.
It's perfect on it.
You don't.
There's no other way.
You don't use Italian dressing. You use mayo, right?
Yep.
That's what I say. I love me some mayo. I'm a typical basic white boy. I love it. It's so good. The transplants. You put mustard on Italians? That's a weird sex fetish. Miracle Whip is so gross.
That was going to be my
Miracle
question.
Whip is terrible.
Or mayo. I grew up on Miracle Whip, and when I met my wife, she switched me over to mayo.
Dude,
real mayo.
It's like dude, Miracle Whip is sour or something, or I don't know what the flavor is. It's just do away with it. I can't.
Vinegar.
I can't do it. Oh man, yeah, no, I
nope,
can't.
Mayo, all day.
Oh man, we're at 13-10. Chiefs are on top of the Bills. That's dangerous news for Aaron. Dangerous news for Aaron.
Yeah, the Bills are rolling down though.
I mean, yeah, I picked the Bills to win this game, so I hope they do. I'm happy for those Detroit Lions though. That's awesome. If it ain't hot sauce, it's got to be yellow mustard. You know what, man? I put fucking sriracha on everything. I love me some damn sriracha. It's so good, man. Mark, I'm glad you agree. I see you back there. Fucking sriracha is great. Ooh, boost up that metabolism. Hot sauce on all the things.
Yes.
Xander wants to know, what are your thoughts on capital punishment?
For it.
Now, when you say capital punishment, are you just referring to the death sentence? Or are you referring to kids getting their asses paddled in school too? Because I'm for that too. Bring back spankings and ass whoopings. Sarah, yes, Miracle Whip. I'm with you.
Ugh.
I'm glad you switched the man over to the mayonnaise side, dude. Absolutely.
Chris loves his Miracle Whip.
Death penalty. Yeah, I'm for the death penalty. I think with the death penalty, you have to be 110% sure of what happened, whether it's a confession or the evidence is just, there's not a single chance in hell that evidence is overturned. Because you've seen people that have been in prison for 30 years get let out because they eventually find out some new evidence that just proves their innocence or cannot prove their guilt. You unalive them all. Parents spanking, not teachers. I don't know. Like, bring back that paddle, drill some holes in it, and whack right in the ass, man. Some of these kids, man.
They were still allowed to do that when we were in school, weren't they?
Are there some schools down south that allow it now? There really is. But yeah, as far as the death penalty goes, man, I understand why sometimes they're there in death row for ages, because they're going over the cases and making sure of all the evidence and all that bullshit. But it costs a fortune. And I've said this before, just a few weeks ago. One bullet. How much does one bullet cost, man? Bring back the firing squad. Be done with it. It's absolutely ridiculous. If you know,
you're for the firing squad. That's oof.
I don't know. Some people are.
Imagine being on the firing squad, dude. 6 of you don't know which one had the bullet.
That's why they do it.
Right, but now all 6 of you are living with the fact that you think you killed that guy, or not knowing if you're the one who
signed up for it. You signed up for it, and I know there are people. There are people that are for public hangings still.
That I'm for. Have fun.
I mean, you wanna make an example out of some pedos, right?
Mm-hmm.
God, Facebook is going to ban us eventually. Oh shit!
Well.
Your comment got deleted. What, the one that says, dude, I want to hit kids and I am one? Is it that one that got deleted?
Ooh, I like Tommy's.
Why do they let people indefinitely have a good last meal as if they didn't commit a crime? Because we're human beings and they want to show that we are still human, I guess.
I think that's more for the guards that have to hook them up.
Hot topic. Addiction, a choice or a disease.
I like this is a bitchin' one too.
This one could piss people off,
and I'm about it because it's a choice.
There's 2 who are absolutely guilty and took 3 people's lives in 88 cell on death row. Yeah, that should be ended, Lisa. That should be ended. Done with. A lot of states took the last meal away. All right, so we can go on to that hot topic. All right, addiction, a choice or a disease. Justin, you said it's 100% a choice.
It's a choice. When you're trying that drug, heroin, cocaine, whatever, alcohol, there's a chance, and with heroin and cocaine, it's probably a lot higher, that you become addicted to it.
It's the initial.
No way. It's a disease.
So that's where I stand with it. You are making the conscious choice the very first time you do this. Especially with something like meth, when it's so goddamn potent. All right. That it's going to fuck you up. That you're going to be addicted, that you're going to need to chase that high. This is going to happen, but you consciously make the choice to use it. Like, once you do it, is the addiction a disease? I mean, isn't a
A
disease
mental
something that you
disease.
can?
It's a mental disease.
Okay, mental disease, disorder, whatever you want to call it. I was gonna say, but isn't a disease itself something you can see under a microscope? Disease, virus,
Right.
something like that. I'm not a
So
scientist. I know the ins and
I
outs of it,
I smoke. I'm not gonna blame anybody for that choice, but me.
but Lisa, that's another topic of discussion. The government's
Like,
pumping it onto the streets. As everyone is saying, touchdown
yeah.
Buffalo, 17-13. Yes. So it's a horrible thing, and it's difficult for people to deal with once they are addicted, but you make that conscious choice in the beginning.
Yes. So
You
that's
know what
why
it's
I
going to
say
do.
it's a choice.
You absolutely know what it's going to do. You know what's bad. You know what's going to ruin you. You know what's going to ruin your family and the ones you love. And you are the one still making that choice. Yeah, does life suck? It does. And you can get really down. You can get really out. But man, I don't know. Isn't the DSM-5 treated just like mental health? Yeah. Yep. And I
'Cause that's
understand
what it
that.
becomes.
And I understand that. But you make the choice in the beginning. You make the choice. You pump it into your body. You say, I'm going to do this, knowing what's going to happen. I'm going to do this. It's wild, man. It's a choice. 90% know the consequences. However, association can be categorized as a medical condition. Addiction. Okay. Yeah. Typo. Our phones, they don't like us. If you're watching on phone, all those goddamn autocorrects. My stepdad traumatized me. Oh no. Oh no. I'm not giving my opinion. I work in the field. Yeah, it's okay. You don't need to. Like, and just because we say it's a choice doesn't mean that we feel for the people that are going through it. It's a tough thing to go through, and it's a tough thing to put your family through. You know? But you made that choice. You know
Don't
what it's
play
going to do.
victim. You made that choice.
Mm-hmm. And do we want to help people? Would we want to help people that are going through it? Yeah, absolutely. You know, because we have compassion, we have empathy.
Especially the ones who want to get off.
Mm-hmm. But damn it, man. We know damn well it's a choice in the beginning. Everybody does. Everybody does. And we're in a day and age where so many people are concerned with being a victim. They want to be a victim. They want to hold that card. And you can't keep coddling everybody. You can't keep telling everybody that they are a victim and that it's okay. This isn't your fault. I hate it. I hate it. I hate the state our world's gotten to. Worst conversation I ever had to have with my daughter was her dad gone because he was selfish. I can't even imagine. I can't imagine having to have that conversation. No, that sucks. All right, we should move on to something else here.
Yeah. Something happier. Just a little bit happier.
This one's a
or
difficult
not.
one. This one's a difficult one. What's your worst nightmare that turned out to be true? I don't know if I ever had one of those. Like I've had dreams where I kind of felt a feeling of deja vu. We've discussed that.
Yeah, but not a nightmare.
Bills are up. That's happy, Aaron says. I'll bet he's thrilled.
We'll find out here shortly. But
yeah, I can't think of anything.
That's a tough
that.
one. Yeah, I saw that one and I couldn't. I've been thinking about that for a while. I don't know.
Me too. When I saw the question, I was like, I'm trying to think. I don't have any nightmares or dreams that I've had that have come to fruition and happened in real life. Never seen it. And I'm probably grateful for that because my nightmares aren't like your normal kind of nightmare. Mine are kind of fucking weird. You know,
if we're not talking like in your sleep nightmare, I never thought I'd move to the valley. Always swore I'd never move over here because I didn't want to live over here, and I'm over here.
Yeah. Adult life actually sucks for real. It does. It's hard, man.
Yeah.
It's hard. And we have to understand that we aren't the only ones that are going through a hard time in this life. So don't feel like shit. Don't feel like less than you're worth because there are others out there struggling just like you, man. Just like you. I struggle week to fucking week. It's tough. Mark, that's a shitty nightmare, my man. What topics make you feel uncomfortable and why? From Hannah.
It honestly depends on the situation.
So basically, one of the only things I can't discuss on this podcast more than just joking about it and making, innuendos is I can't talk about my sex life. That would probably make well, it makes me only slightly uncomfortable. It makes my wife very uncomfortable. So after the show, that would make me even more uncomfortable with that confrontation. So that's the topic that makes me uncomfortable. I can't talk about that. Taboo.
But it doesn't make you uncomfortable. You don't talk about it because you're not allowed to.
It would make me a little uncomfortable talking about certain things, like in this kind of forum.
In this forum,
maybe.
No, in this forum, I probably wouldn't go there either because too many people I know watch. They don't need to know that.
You shouldn't kiss and tell.
They don't need
especially
to
in
know
front of
that.
your mother. Janelle said, not necessarily nightmares, but visions. As a child, I predicted celebrity deaths. My mom told me I wasn't allowed to talk about them anymore because they spooked her.
Listen, we all know you're
the paranormal.
You have a connection to the other side for some weird reason.
Yeah. We should do some more paranormal stuff too eventually. We used to love talking about that. And I think I'm gonna, we talked about this the other night on our bonus episode. I think we're gonna start re-releasing some of our older stuff. So forgive the audio quality, but the content is there.
There's a specific question for you.
Corey, how did your honeydew list go Friday? It got postponed to Saturday because Mila partied all night and we couldn't get to bed in time. It got postponed to Saturday. Sorry, Alex. What is something that makes you stop and sit in admiration? Something that makes you stop and sit in admiration. I think every time. Okay, you go first.
I was doing it today.
Yeah?
My kid and her music. She sitting there watching her. I don't know. I sat there for like 3 hours just watching her. And she got some little thing on her phone where she's playing all the notes on this little piano thing and going like just the dedication she has to it. Music. She's doing her third play in fucking like 9 months, going to rehearsals for 4 to 6 hours after school. They have some on Saturdays leading up that are like 9 fucking hours.
Jesus.
Like you don't have to tell this kid to go practice any of her music. She's just on it in the car, sitting around watching TV, just all the time. And I literally sat there for 3 hours just like in awe of her and her work ethic towards it.
You're such a good dad. You're such a good dad. You're gonna make me.
I was having a conversation saying the same exact thing at that time.
You're gonna make me look like a bad dad because that's not my answer. My kids like video games. No, actually, my daughter is getting really into crocheting and she's doing a really good job with it. So I'm proud of her for sticking to that. But I was gonna go something on like a grander scale. I was gonna say when I have a campfire out here in the summertime or in the fall, we're sitting out at the campfire and just look up. You look up at the blanket of stars. And I think that's a moment of admiration. Just, you start thinking about life and how small all of our problems are. Like there's a much greater scale to things in this universe. It's just being here and how everything works. Like, how can you not be in awe of that, man? Like we're on the third planet from the sun, the perfect distance away. Everything works perfectly for us, but nowhere else in the universe has life, or nowhere else in this galaxy at least has life. It's wild, man. We could talk about life in the universe because apparently one of the telescopes that were launched in 2021 found a planet 7 trillion miles away, and they saw city lights on this planet. So apparently there's life out there. But as I told you before too, Justin, that sometimes they say that if you're looking that far away, you could possibly be seeing the past or the future. That's a wild concept. So like that's the kind of shit I think about when I'm sitting out staring up at the stars. Kind of insane. Alex says our children 100%. Mila honestly amazes me daily. I stare at her in awe daily. Yeah, dude, I actually got her laughing last night myself, and I thought it was like the coolest thing ever. Like really giggling, just doing the simplest thing, just lifting her up in the air. And she starts with her tiny little giggles. It's hard to get a belly laugh out of her, but anytime she does the little giggles, man, it's so cute. It's so awesome.
I was looking back at pictures, and I was finding pictures of your oldest and Phoebe when they were that age. Oh my God, I miss it.
Just fucking Tommy, the one that Jared just brought up. Would you allow a
want to be up in my asshole? Yeah, sure.
Would you allow a complete stranger to bleach your asshole while watching church service as you're eating an ice cream sundae? The kind of shit that comes out of the people
bleaching
you know,
it?
man.
Fine, have at it.
Hi, Aaron.
Fuck.
This is the kind of stuff our people know.
Perfect time.
No.
By the way, Jack, can you bring up Opie's because I have an answer for him?
You're jealous, Aaron. Don't lie.
I just regretted getting in here. I'm like, bleaching assholes? What?
You're jealous.
So besides Duncan, it's already set up. It's going to be snow wrestling.
A romantic first date would be snow wrestling. Huh?
Snow wrestling. It's already set up.
Oh.
Aaron's so would. You don't like ice cream. That's what he takes away from that. You don't like ice cream.
I'm
the ice
gonna,
cream is what's
gonna
holding
stick
me
for
on
a couple minutes. I'm going back to my game, fellas. Where'd Marky go? Marky ran away.
As much. Mark's got a little bit of static there. A little bit of loudies.
Mark is hammering.
I'm here.
Hey.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Oh, man.
So what do we miss?
Our health insurance probably hates me. The amount of appointments I had from my pregnancy with Mila and then her NICU stay, life flight. She's $1 million baby. Yeah, honest to God, man. Aaron doesn't count as a romantic first date.
That's right. I'm the least romantic person in the world. Bro, Tara.
Aaron would get his bleaching done, no hesitation. Oh, Aaron, tell us something.
I've heard this about him.
Aaron shouldn't have came in on his fucking stream.
This has gone.
Should have stayed on my couch.
I've been quiet this whole time. I've been trying to stay out of it, but then Aaron jumped in, so I'm like, I'm just gonna get in then.
I saw you sitting there. I said, "It's time.
Lisa
I'll
says,
invade."
If a girl said that your beard has to go, is that a deal breaker? Have you ever put a limitation on anyone?
Yes. The beard's not going nowhere.
Yeah. Yeah, if you don't like the beard, man, like you're seeing him and getting to know him with the beard. How could you say the beard's got to go? That's kind of crazy.
That's part of you.
The beard's staying.
All right, so Corey, here's a question: If Alex told you the beard has to go, would you get rid of it?
She wouldn't. She would tell me it can't go.
This is hypothetical.
Right. If it's hypothetical, Alex, I know. But if she changed her mind, did a 180.
Listen, she hates when I buzz my hair. She hates when I grow it long. So naturally, my response to that was grow it out and do an undercut. So buzz down the side, long on top. You know, had to compromise. I said, fuck it. I'm doing what I want. So I would probably keep the beard. I might trim it short, keep it short, but I would keep it. I wouldn't get rid of it. This is my man makeup. It hides my double chin, so I gotta maintain.
The only reason why I'm bald is because Reagan tells me I have to be. Like I shaved my head when I had some health issues going on, as you guys know, but Reagan tells me I have to keep it shaved, otherwise I don't. So that's why.
Tara Lynn says, sorry, that was supposed to be a secret. Just remember, you invited me to this podcast, Aaron.
This is a bad decision. Tara is one of the best. Tara's one of the best people I know. Corey and I were talking about that. She was a Cub Scout leader with me. She's down Tom's Wilkes-Barre area, so we were leaders. We went to camp every year. It was a lot of fun.
We need to start warning people when they come in that this show is a little bit R-rated and can at times get X-rated. So no holds barred in here, people. I hope you're all right with that. You come here to have a good time, have a little bit of a laugh.
That's not true, Sarah. That's not true because he's had a different set of facial features.
For a whole month, every stream I had a different facial style. So,
how upset did she get for that?
Very upset. And there's reasons. So like part of my job, if I were to do it, but if I wanted the overtime and stuff, I could be, whenever the fire department, calls for a building inspector, I would have to get fitted for a mask. So that's probably one of the reasons why I don't do the overtime.
Oh God.
Sarah says, so I can mention the reason
Jesus
most women want
Christ.
beard shaven is for adult purposes and less carpet burn because of the rating of the show. You can say whatever you want. But my thought is like they like that tickle down there.
They do.
It tickles all the right spots, man.
Ribbed for their pleasure.
Yeah.
Oh God.
But that you can't like let it get all crazy. You gotta condition it so it's nice and soft. Because if it's too rough, it's gonna scratch a little bit. You don't like that. But I mean, as long as you do it regularly, that is the best beard conditioner in the world.
Tommy. Multiple Duncans.
It doesn't tickle.
Hey, what's your guys' sports?
Nice.
What's your guys' sports? I'm going to sports really quick. What's your sports Mount Rushmore? That's the question I have for you guys. I asked Aaron this.
How the fuck do you go from tickling crotches to sport?
Because I jumped in here for the first fucking time, all right?
Bro,
I jumped in here for the first time tonight.
Sarah, yes, it's a flavor saver. She knows what's up, baby.
Oh my God.
All right, Justin, you want first for your sports Mount Rushmore?
What? There's 4, right?
Now, I want to know how we're looking at it. Are we supposed to pick the people that we feel are the 4 top sports figures in history, or our 4 favorite? How do you
Your
want
4 favorite?
our 4 favorite, the ones that we like the most. Okay,
absolutely.
You can do 4 football, 4 baseball. I did one from each sport, but you can do 4 of whatever you want.
Justin, you want first? You want me first?
So
Justin's
overall, overall, sport wise.
See, that's where the beard came in because he's playing with his beard as he's thinking. So
just a reminder, everyone.
Tight lately.
What was that?
Did my game start yet?
No, it's still in commercial, Aaron.
Don't think for too long.
See, I stayed out
gonna
this whole
go-
time because of you, Aaron. I came in, so
It's all my fault. I see the smoke.
I don't know
coming out
what.
of his
I don't know
God,
what order we're
he's
gonna go.
fried. He's
Tiger,
fried.
Jordan,
Okay.
Barry
Aaron
Sanders,
answered.
and Barry Bonds. I'll go a couple different sports there.
Got a lot of berries.
I do.
I'm going 2 sports, and I'm only going 2 teams because I'm picking the 4 that meant the most to me. These are not necessarily the best players in their sports or any
I know
sport.
3 of them.
I know 2 of them.
I know 3 of them.
You know 2 of them because I said them this morning.
That's it.
Yep.
Larry
Yeah,
Jones and Greg Maddux. So Chipper Jones and Greg Maddux are 2 of them. Okay.
Who's the third?
The third one is Lawrence Taylor, because he is the
that's the
reason
third I
that I
knew.
started to be a fan of the New York Giants. I had Tecmo Super Bowl as a kid. I picked the New York Giants. Like, I tried out a bunch of different teams, but I picked the Giants because I thought it was a cool name when I was 6 years old. And I found Lawrence Taylor, and I never looked back. He dominated Tecmo Super Bowl, man. I couldn't get enough. So there's 3. And the 4th one, Mark
Can I
might
guess?
vomit in his mouth a little bit.
I know who it is then.
Eli Manning.
Yep.
Because he got us 2 Super Bowls, and he meant a lot to me. Look at my child's name, for Christ's sake. My son's name is Eli.
Yep.
So those are the 4 that meant the most to me.
Awesome. All right, I'll take that. I mean, Eli made me.
Tom.
I gotta stay
No,
out of
Lisa, no, never. It's never. ATM is never
First
okay
of all,
in the heat of the moment. It is never okay in the heat of the moment.
Oh my God, what did we walk into?
Oh God, it's.
I'm glad you guys understand what that means.
I'm impressed. Tommy knows how I take my coffee.
That is kind of impressive.
Did you take him on a first date? I'm just saying. How long ago was your guys' first date?
A long time ago, probably.
A little
Did you
different
stare
than
and
the
have a
sports
moment?
show this morning.
I'm going to. That will never happen. Ever.
Tommy
By
can say,
nobody. Ever, Tom.
Tommy can say Eli is shit all he wants, but that man won 2 Super Bowls. He was the Patriot killer, and he meant
No
a
doubt.
lot to that organization. So I don't care what anybody says. He had good stats, and he rose to the moment. You know, he played up to the moment. When he needed to be good, he was good. So F that. F it all.
Wow.
In the A. With
I
a strap
like
on for
that list,
Justin.
Corey.
Huh?
No, Hannah.
All right.
No,
So-
Hannah, no.
I was gonna say, so we're back to the pre-show ones. Hannah wants to know. I'll throw a sports one in here. Are y'all thinking a Ravens Super Bowl win this year?
Shut up, Mark.
Man, the Ravens have played really well. I mean, fucking Lamar Jackson, man. He is
Hannah, I
playing
think you're
incredible.
right.
He is so quick. He's so fast. When they do those designed runs with him, it's scary. And you could see it open up too. When he does that quick 3-step drop and you see those linemen just make that hole, he just hits that so hard, just like every woman likes. Anyway, but he's so quick. I'm getting Justin
Woman
tonight.
is
Christ.
And it's crazy that I can get Justin like that, man. I fucking love it.
because I know it's gonna lead to
Oh, no, I don't-
questions.
I don't know, man. I think the Lions are winning the Super Bowl this year.
I like Alex's last
If
question.
the
right
NFL is
here.
rigged.
Prediction.
I like Alex's question right here.
I don't know. I think you got the Niners. I don't think the Ravens are even making the Super Bowl.
I
Keep
can't
hitting the button. Sorry.
I can't speak on that. I might have to come up with the second biggest regret in life.
Right now, this
But-
podcast.
Yeah.
The first one I can't.
Aaron's beaching his butt.
She already knows what it is, but I can't. But Dan, I think is still a better QB on Bills and Lions to expose the script. Man can dream, can he?
Oh, what a catch! Sorry, Aaron.
Justin, do you have a biggest regret in life?
Sorry, Aaron.
Oh, it's back on. Shit.
It is.
Bye, Aaron.
See you later, Aaron.
Hold on. If I can get this mobile app running.
It's all right if you want to go watch. We understand. It's all right.
So I'm just
Again, I kind of went from talking about beards and buttholes to sports stuff, so I'll back out. Let you guys.
I'm gonna leave you with this though. I'm gonna talk about Alex's comment about biggest regret in life. You shouldn't regret anything because that's how you learn.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm gonna go watch the Bills fuck the Chiefs up. Goodbye.
There you go.
I'll let you guys go again.
Justin, do you have one?
I don't know if it's a regret, but I always feel like a failure as a dad.
Not a
like
regret. Now you're gonna get into a whole other thing.
No, I look at it as like, I don't know. I look back and regret missing things that I wanted to go to. Kind of like that.
Brian, yes, sports, beards, and buttholes are what life is about. I fucking love it. Not being more money smart when we were young, that's definitely a good one because we had some opportunities to do some good things and we didn't. We just kind of wasted money. Yeah, that's what I say, Janelle. The NFL already said it's Ravens Niners. They slipped with it online. I did see that. Oh my god. Okay, so Lisa wants to know if you could punch any historical figure, who would it be and why?
Don't want to answer that one.
You don't want to answer that one? Any
No, 'cause
historical
then I'm
figure?
gonna have suits knocking at my fucking door. Uh-huh. Yeah. I don't have to. I'm not going back in time.
You don't have to. Yeah.
Nope. I'm living it.
You want to go punch Vlad the Impaler, Genghis Khan, Adolf Hitler? You want to punch him?
No. I'm good with my choice. I'm good. I'm good with my choice.
Stalin's another one. Yeah, smack him up a little bit.
I'm good with my choice.
That's
I stand by my choice that I will not name.
Let's go, Brandon. Right, Brian? That one's a good one.
Yep.
All right. So, do we have any left in the chamber there that we have not answered yet? Okay, this is a tough one, Tara. This one I had to think about a little bit. If you could keep one thing from being a baby, 12 months or younger, what would it be and why, assuming that everyone would treat it as a normal state of being? You know what's crazy is there are people out there who have this lifestyle where they act like a baby, dress like a baby. It's fucking weird. Justin, you were telling me yesterday or Friday that there's no such thing as a weird fetish. There's weird fetishes, and this is what I'm talking about. The baby fetish thing where they want to wear grown ass adults want to wear a fucking diaper.
It gets
They
weird.
want to suck on pacifiers.
It gets weird when that's the lifestyle they live. Like they live it. That's weird.
It's a fucking fetish. Janelle, usually the ones that grow them. My chamber is emptied, Tommy says. Oh God, I expect you to say something dirty. No, so I think to actually answer that question, the one thing I would keep from being a baby is just the ability to have someone carry me around everywhere I go, because I'm getting really fucking tired of walking. I'm getting fucking tired. So I guess this could go back to the superpower thing too. I guess I would pick flying. I don't want to fucking walk anymore. My fucking feet hurt. my feet fucking hurt, man. I wake up in the morning, I put my feet on the floor and stand up, and I want to collapse immediately. It's terrible. Terrible.
Yeah, I fucking hate it.
I think we got.
That's a good one. I like that one.
I think we got through. What, just being carried around everywhere?
Yeah. Yeah. I kept the feature from being a baby that I most enjoyed.
Give me those
being bald
makers. We have one here. We have one from Kurt Rossler. I'll click that one up. He wants to know, would you do a paid Patreon feed once a week? So here's the thing. I actually created a Patreon account for us. I never opened it because when I created it, I had hopes of growing the channel and growing the show. And I thought to myself after I made it, I'm like, we're not quite there yet. I don't think people are going to subscribe to a Patreon. I feel like we could do extra content over there to give people something if they're going to pay for it. I feel like we can manage that, do a little bit of extra content over there, but it's not something I really thought would work. I didn't think people would pay for it. But if I got to the point where I thought that that's something people would want to pay for, if I thought we were doing a good enough job, I would absolutely love to do that. If we could do it, I would do it.
Though.
We do have Twitch, which
you want to pay. There is a Twitch.
People are fully capable of heading over to twitch.tv and finding us over there and subscribing there. And we could do extra content there as well.
So
and
now
support the show that way.
Can I pick a specific year?
If you could go back and relive any age for a year, what would it be? Any age. You pick one age. And you just relive it for a year.
Oh, I took that a different way. Got it.
You were thinking like an era, an age in time.
Any age for a year. Does the year play out the same way?
I don't know. It's a good question.
I'm asking her.
Tommy says whatever year the Sega Genesis came out. It's a good year. It's a good year. Definitely childhood age, not a specific one, but just to be with my mom. That is awesome.
It would play out the same. Okay.
14 was pretty fun, man. Remember Halloween that year? Fucking dressed up as ICP.
Oh, Jesus. Any age.
I like my wife's answer. Definitely a childhood age, not a specific one, but just to be with my mom. I think I would want to go back to my teenage years at some point.
I would say 5.
I wouldn't even mind like back when Alex and I first got married and I was of drinking age, I could have a drink with my mother again. Maybe not my teenage years, but maybe like 23, 24. My early 20s sometime, and just sit down and chat with my mom, hang out with my mom, have a drink with her. I think that would be great.
Actually, you know what? 2009. I would do 2009 over again.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, 2008, not 2009. I'm sorry, because I'd want a full year with Bill.
That's a good one. Thank you for hanging out with us tonight, Lisa. We appreciate it. And thanks for the questions. Brian says 20. I could walk, run, and drink without feeling it, right? Jeez, man. I mean, even 15, I spent so much time with my mom. We talked all the time, but also seeing her as a grandma was amazing. Yeah, your mom picked me out. She always liked to brag about that. And it was about that age, wasn't it? You were 15, just about to turn 16.
I just want to let you guys know that Travis Kelce just scored a touchdown, and Taylor Swift was only showed on the TV like 4 times.
Corey said, "Fuck you."
It wasn't even me. I didn't think of doing that. I could have. Alex said she did.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. All right. And then there was another one. I think there was another one up here. I don't remember.
I got one for you, Corey.
Oh.
Any historical event you could attend. One.
Any historical event?
Yeah.
Like a sporting event or just any event in general?
Sporting event, concert, anything in general.
It would have to be wide right.
Ooh.
It would have to be a Super Bowl for the Giants, I think. I think that would be fun.
Okay.
I can't pick a music venue because while I do enjoy music,
you don't like concerts.
It wasn't. I'm okay with concerts now. Like getting to go with Alex is fun, being there with her. But yeah, it's never been my thing. You would go to Woodstock?
That one. I would go to Woodstock.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
See, I don't know if I could go to see. She would, but I couldn't.
Woodstock.
I know what happened there.
There's nothing. Nothing would beat that.
Woodstock 99, so I could kick it with Limp Bizkit. Man.
That turned into a shit show real fast, too.
If Alex goes to Woodstock, I'd have to be there with her. What is one musician band you would love to see live, living or dead?
Intact Queen.
That's what she just said. I don't know. I got to see Korn already. That was pretty cool. Linkin Park. I would love to see Linkin Park with Chester.
Xander would agree with that.
I'd have to go back for that one.
Janelle does have a street sign.
Your brother was at 99 for that shit show. People are dicks now. Yeah, there was a lot of sex. There's a lot of sex at that, Al. Would you feel safe? You go alone. It's a scary thought. No, Alex would just be high the whole time. I didn't say that out loud.
Ooh.
So one
coming in clutch.
What's one topic you want to educate yourself in to bring back to the podcast and do regular shows on? One thing I wanted to talk about, and I talked to Justin about this before, that would require some research, is some like, I don't know, like cold cases and murder cases from our own area, like the scary shit. Stuff that happened here that you wouldn't think of, being a small town. Because I know there's plenty that has happened. I would love to research the different events that have happened here and then do like a little series on them for the show. I think that would be cool. That's another
all of Northeast Pennsylvania.
Yeah, that's another one I want to do eventually, is one that's bound to cause chaos and piss people off, is vaccinations. I want to discuss that, how it's changed from the 60s to now, like the amount of shit that we're injecting into our bodies and our children's bodies. Lincoln Park was on at the casino at 7:15 for everyone looking to play. I'll help with those. The local ones, Janelle. Yeah, that could be a lot of fun. I think that could be a lot of fun.
She loves looking into that shit.
When is sex scary?
The first time.
When she takes her pants off and she has a dick.
When your mom walks in.
Oh God. Annie, is this true?
Oh, can confirm it is 100% true.
Can confirm. It was probably scarier for her.
First time too.
Oh my God. Nowadays I feel like it would be scary. If you could bring back any car now we're just going crazy with questions. Okay. I mean, if you could bring back any car you'd ever own to drive every day, what would you pick?
Oh, I already know your answer, and I know mine.
Yeah, I'd love to have my 97 GTI back.
And I want the GLI.
Yeah? You want that one?
Yeah.
Surprised you didn't pick your S10. Yeah, the VR.
I want that GLI.
God, I love that GTI. Brian asks if your mom does walk in, do you just finish?
No. Nope. Nope. At that point, you're terrified.
That is too scary, man. That's just like a
At that point, you're terrified.
Let's just throw her off of you.
Oh.
Now you got the blanket on you. She's on the floor naked in front of your mother. I mean, F&A, man. All right, so we had one more. Lee Carnegie wanted to know what our greatest fear was.
Death. We've gone over this one before.
Yeah, and mine was similar. We did this on our audio version way back when.
We've talked about it
a couple times
on this platform too. Like it. The last time we talked about it sent me on this little fucking.
Yeah.
And we went sideways. I'm becoming more accepting of it, I think.
Death is scary for everyone, man, because it's an unknown.
I know, but it's
such an unknown.
Aside from that, snakes.
I think that's why so many people have faith in God and heaven.
Yeah, we're not going down that road again.
But no, my greatest fear, I always thought was sillier than your fear of death, is just being forgotten. That's why I try so hard to talk about my mother all the time. Like any chance I get to mention her to my kids, I try to, because I fear being forgotten. Like getting to a point where I was just a blip on the radar, man, just gone. I hear drowning is peaceful. You know, Opie?
So when I was on vacation, the one dude that came up from Texas asked me, would you rather die free falling, like out of a plane or a plane crash, or being stranded out in the middle of the ocean?
Oh man, I think I'd rather fall from a plane, because I think being stranded in the middle of the ocean, while people say it's a peaceful way to go, I don't know if you've ever heard that, but I've heard that explanation.
That's my answer.
What is?
I would rather be stranded out in the middle of the ocean.
Really?
The ocean is my peace. Like that is my
in the middle of the ocean. You can't.
I would be 100%. I don't care. You're gonna die. You're gonna be food for him anyway. Big deal.
I'd rather be food after I'm already dead. I don't want to be chomped in half and feel that shit. Oh god damn, fucking megalodon coming up and eating me and shit. Ah man. No.
Like if I was thinking on like a raft with nothing.
On the raft with nothing?
Yeah, but if I'm in the just me in the water, at that point, take it all in. I would take it all in, become a piece, and then just literally drown myself.
Yeah, dude, because being in the middle of the ocean on a tiny raft, or like a door from the Titanic, you're getting baked by that sun.
It is what it is.
Have you ever watched any of the videos of these crabbing ships and the fishing ships that are out in the ocean on these rough seas? Those dudes are insane. I could not live a life like that. The shit that I see them go, man, is hilarious.
My one cousin does that shit.
I hope he says, yo, but fuck that snake on vacation. Yeah, I saw that picture.
That thing was gross.
See, okay, Xander agrees with me. Plane crash would be instant, but not being recognized and having nothing left of you spooks me. I guess that's a little bit different than now that I read it out loud again. It's not exactly like I was saying. If you could pick one place to go on vacation, money is no object, where would it be? I'm surprised she's still asking questions and not asking me why I'm not off yet.
Scotland.
I mean, if we're talking an overseas trip, I want to visit Japan. I've never been on a plane. I'm not big on planes. I'm perfectly happy just going into the middle of the woods and being there doing nothing, being away from society. But if I'm going on a trip to be somewhere, Japan, probably. Just to see the culture. Mila's napping.
I would do Scotland. Go play all the historic courses there and just see that landscape.
I figured it would be
beautiful.
golf-related. Biden for a second term is a scary thought. Sorry, y'all. Sorry, anybody who disagrees. That's a scary thought for me. I want to go to Germany the most, yeah. And I'd love to go to Scotland and Ireland.
Yep.
2017 Chiefs. Poor Bills. They're going to score, though. This game's way back and forth. Way back and forth. All right, I think we got to all the questions that we had on our Facebook post. I think we got to them all. All right, let me look through them real quick.
How about us? Go us.
Yeah. We have one in there that I don't have an answer to, honestly, that we didn't hit yet. It was from Nathan Sprague. He asked, what's a question you hoped someone would ask you?
That's like asking us to reveal our deepest, darkest.
Yeah, like I didn't have a question in mind that I was hoping someone would ask me. I just wanted people to pick anything.
Yeah.
I really don't know. I don't know what kind of questions people would have for us, but I kind of wanted to use this as a get to know us kind of episode, like how we feel about certain topics, see if we have any advice on anything. I think we did kind of good on some of it.
I had fun.
Yeah, me too.
Found out we figured out a couple episodes that need to happen.
Yeah, apparently.
I expected terrible questions.
Yeah, me too. From
the
people
way
we
Friday
know.
night went, oh my God.
Yeah. Maybe when we do these bonus episodes midweek or late in the week on Fridays or whatnot, should we do it specifically on Twitch to try to make all these beautiful people come join us over there, get themselves an account over there?
We could, but the viewership would probably go down.
Yeah, probably. But man, let me tell you, you go get a Twitch account. If you have Amazon Prime, which I know most people do, you link Amazon Prime to your Twitch account, right? That gives you one free subscription a month, which means you don't pay a dime and you're supporting us financially, which helps us out with the show, helps us get better equipment to make a better product for you guys. So that's kind of a win-win, and it's free to make an account. There's a lot that you could do over on Twitch. There's a lot of stuff you can get into. So it's definitely worth it. Well, is ever off limits for your wife after she says no? Oh my God, Brian. This is pretty entertaining. Reason for me to be more active. Oh God. All right. So I think that's gonna do it for tonight then, man. What do you think? You got anything else?
So it sounds like from the whole conversation that everybody wants to talk about men and women and relationships.
That's what it seems like. I think we're gonna have to pull some shit out with that.
We all get our significant other to join us.
Wait, all of us get significant other to join us?
Yeah.
Ooh, I wonder if Alex would.
Do a couples podcast.
Oh, really incriminate ourselves. You would do that, Alex? We'd have to make sure the baby's being good. Get her to sleep beforehand.
I'm in the clear.
You're in the clear. No, you're not. There's a reason you're not doing the show. That's a reason you're not doing the dating game, right? So, I mean, there you go.
Oh God, Chris.
That would be so sick.
But yeah, no, we definitely need to do one on.
Yeah, I wanted to do. I've been wanting
men and women.
Yeah,
just
we got two that are in already. I've been wanting to do an episode on relationships and stuff. Yeah, I think it's good. I think we could do a good one with that. Chanel says I'll stand in to help Justin out. There you go. There you go.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Guys, don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Trendy Forbes. You go to www.thetrendyforbes.com. You can get yourself some hoodies, some t-shirts, some tumblers, and use code NDT at checkout for 10% off. That does help us out as well. So make sure you check that out. Her quality is very good, man. The shirts are super comfortable. I've got my white one on tonight. I have a gray one that's super cozy. The tumblers are great. So much better than Stanley tumblers. Okay, you can get like 2, 3, or 4 of them for the price of one Stanley tumbler right now. So You can rock one in each hand. Double fist that shit. You can also check her out on Facebook. She does t-shirt parties, kind of like your Pampered Chef parties, stuff like that. She does t-shirt parties. So if you host the party, you can earn yourself some free stuff. Make sure you check her out over on Facebook as well. Anything else from you, Justin, before we head out?
So I guess if Janelle comes on, we could have the aspect of like co-parenting relationships too.
Yeah. So when we do this, we're gonna have to be really good with conceding when people are speaking. This is gonna be tough for us.
He's talking to you, Justin.
Listen, that's the way. That's the only way I get to talk. This fucking guy.
Oh man,
that'll be interesting.
Yeah,
you're down. How? I'm gonna have to talk to her and see how this is gonna work.
I think everybody agrees.
Yeah, it's good. We'll figure out the logistics after the show and throughout the week. We'll figure it out. We'll see if that's what we're gonna do next week or if we want to wait for a certain date for it. We'll figure it out. We'll let everybody know. Don't you guys worry. We'll get it situated. All right.
Whew. Okay.
You're doing too much thinking for right now. Think about it later. Think about it later. Tonight was a good time. Thank you guys so much for all the questions. Hopping into chat, giving us questions. Hopping onto the Facebook page, giving us questions over there. I really appreciate it. This went really well, and we're grateful for all of that, guys.
Later.
See ya.
All right, y'all. It's the Nonsense and Deep Thoughts Podcast.